Every single year, roughly 3.2 million cats enter shelters across the United States alone. I mean, that is just a staggering number, right? That represents millions of complex, incredibly affectionate animals who are just looking for a permanent place to land. And honestly, that figure doesn't even account for the massive populations of community cats out there navigating life outdoors. So welcome to today's Explainer. If you're already deeply invested in animal welfare, you know the scale of the challenge we're facing, but you also know the profound life-changing difference that dedicated individuals can make. Today, we're going to break down the absolute highest impact ways to support these felines and the amazing organizations working tirelessly to save them. Now, I know what you might be thinking right off the bat. You're probably saying, I really want to help, but I just cannot adopt right now. Maybe you're literally out of physical space, maybe your current lease has strict rules, or you just recognize that taking on another lifelong commitment isn't really feasible for you at this moment. Well, the good news, you absolutely do not have to take in another pet to be a feline hero. We're going to unpack how you can make a massive difference using whatever unique mix of time, skills, and resources you currently have available. So, to make this super actionable, we've broken things down into 5 key areas today. Open your home, give your time, share your resources, use your voice, and finally, why every act counts. Okay, let's dive right into this first category. Open your home. When folks decide to adopt, kittens are typically scooped up in a matter of days. I mean, they're kittens. But the adult and especially the senior cats, they often wait up to 4 times as long to find a family. This creates a severe bottleneck in the rescue world. So if you are actually in a position to welcome a new pet, leaning toward a senior cat is literally one of the most high-impact choices you can make. Think about it. You bypass that chaotic, destructive kitten phase, and you're rewarded with a settled, incredibly grateful companion. Plus, you are immediately alleviating that bottleneck, freeing up highly coveted shelter space for the very next emergency arrival. Now, if a permanent adoption isn't an option, fostering is an absolutely incredible alternative. Fostering basically means you're running a temporary, all-inclusive feline bed and breakfast. You might take in a tiny litter of unweaned kittens, maybe a cat recovering from surgery, or just an animal that is super stressed out by the noise of a shelter environment. By providing a quiet room and a little socialization, you're actively doing the life-saving work of a shelter right inside your own home. And generally, the rescue covers all the food and medical expenses. It's a total win-win. Let's move on to our next section. Give your time. Shelters are incredibly busy hubs, and keeping the wheels turning requires a small army of volunteers. The sheer logistics of feeding, cleaning, and medicating dozens or even hundreds of animals every single day is staggering. But beyond the essential dirty work of cleaning kennels, there are some highly specialized ways you can plug in. Have a decent camera and an eye for lighting? Taking high-quality portraits of adoptable cats drastically reduces the time they spend waiting for a home. Got a car and a free morning? Driving animals to off-site vet appointments is a massive logistical relief for the shelter staff. And stepping outside the shelter walls, we have Trap, Neuter, Return, or TNR. You probably already know the basic mechanics here. Humanely trapping, spaying or neutering, vaccinating, and returning outdoor cats. But the real magic is the compound impact this has on a neighborhood ecosystem. By stabilizing a local colony through TNR, you aren't just preventing thousands of potential unwanted kittens down the line, you are instantly improving the physical health of the cats already living there. The vaccines prevent disease outbreaks, and the neutering process virtually eliminates all that nocturnal fighting and those nuisance behaviors that tend to really strain relationships between the cats and local residents. All right, transitioning into our third category, share your resources. You might be surprised to learn that basic everyday items like clean towels and gently used blankets are often depleted way faster than actual cat toys in a busy rescue. I mean, between daily cage cleanings, comforting frightened new arrivals, and making soft beds for cats recovering from surgery, a shelter's laundry and linen needs are just monumental. A pro tip here. Checking an organization's online wish list allows you to seamlessly deliver exactly what they are critically short on that specific week. Sometimes that's specialized kitten formula, and sometimes it's literally just industrial cleaning supplies. Now, when you donate financially, you might wonder where that money actually goes. A big chunk fuels emergency medical care and specialized surgeries that standard adoption fees just never fully cover. But beyond the emergencies, it's really all about predictable sustainability. Consistent small monthly gifts are the absolute lifeblood of a shelter. Just knowing they have that reliable monthly income allows these organizations to confidently schedule spay and neuter clinics, buy food in bulk at discounted rates, and invest in behavioral rehab programs that make the harder-to-place cats adoptable. It really ultimately comes down to this core idea. These cats often have so much love to give and simply need someone willing to give them a chance. For animals facing severe medical challenges, or for those super senior cats, a standard adoption just isn't always an immediate reality. Targeted financial resources allow rescues to sponsor those specific special needs cats. They can fully fund their customized medical care or hospice needs, ensuring they live out their days in total comfort without draining the shelter's general operating budget. That brings us to category number 4, use your voice. Raising crucial funds and awareness happens on two primary fronts these days: physical community events and digital spaces. Physical events, like your classic charity walks or benefit dinners, are incredible for building local relationships and locking in major community sponsors. Meanwhile, digital events, think online auctions or virtual pet photo contests, those leverage the sheer massive scale of the internet to pull in micro donations from all over the globe. Participating in either avenue creates this powerful ripple effect of awareness that extends so far beyond the actual dollars raised. Honestly, sometimes the absolute simplest way to help is just by leveraging your own network. Taking one single action, like resharing a post about a bonded pair of cats who desperately need to be adopted together, that could literally be the exact catalyst that finds them a home. By routinely amplifying shelter events, advocating for adoption, and publicly supporting local spay and neuter initiatives, you are normalizing and celebrating animal welfare within your social circles. Over time, that gradually shifts cultural attitudes toward pet ownership in your entire community. But the most proactive way to help shelters is to never actually need one in the first place. This is where individual responsibility turns into direct community relief. Keeping your own cat's vaccinations current, making sure they're spayed or neutered, and maintaining routine vet care creates a critical buffer. Think about it. A microchipped cat that accidentally slips out the front door can be scanned at a local vet and returned directly to you. That completely bypasses the shelter system, leaving that precious kennel space open for a stray who truly desperately needs it. So, the crucial point we've been building to today is our final section. Every act counts. Whether you drop off a single bag of kitten food, spend a random Saturday afternoon taking photos of shy tabbies, foster a recovering senior cat, or just hit share on a local adoption event online, your efforts have compounding returns. It's like a giant puzzle. When individuals bring their varied resources to the table, it forms a comprehensive safety net. It is exactly this collective action that transforms an overwhelmed, under-resourced shelter into a thriving, highly effective rescue operation. Giving back to cats can take a dozen different forms, for sure, but it all starts with a single, deliberate choice to act. So I want to leave you with this. Will your kindness be the reason a cat finds safety, healing, and a forever home? Take a minute to evaluate your own schedule, take stock of your resources, and just pick one single strategy we explored today to put into motion. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer and for everything you do to create a brighter future for the cats in our communities.